are just on the outskirts of Carrie's Grove in a small mill area owned by your father, Conry. Carrie's Grove is built like a dream, wrapped around a tree, and it is so vast that its lowest branches cradle the entire neighborhood. There are wooden walkways that spiral up, connecting homes together, shops and gardens, lanterns that sway gently in the breeze, and they cast a warm light across everything. Valen, you walk at the bottom of the mill around Conry is your father, as you are gathering piles of wood and moving them from one place to another where they can be cut. The scent of sawdust and sap clings to your clothes, and the mill wheel, I don't know what you call it, mill? I think it is just a mill, but it just spins lazily in the wind. Who is Valen?
Do you mean by, as in just describe Valen?
Yeah, like for the listeners.
Okay.
And for me, give me a rundown of Valen. What's he doing right now?
Oh, well, like you said, is in like Valen comes from a farming family of such.
Mm-hmm.
Sturdily built because of all the moving of lumber from.
He's hench.
Yeah, as in like. I think we joked about he's got that Thor build.
Yeah. He does look like a Hemsworth brother.
But he's also got like the golden blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously passed down from his father's side. He's a half elf.
Mm-hmm.
I built with his mum being the elven side.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as in like his family. You did agree about the family descended from Ivan, my old character.
Mm-hmm. Listeners, for people listening, we did a whole campaign before this, so there's going to be a lot of references to that because we didn't record that, so I apologize. But Valen is
inside jokes.
Yeah, inside jokes. Valen is a descendant of the main character that Matt played. Well, the character that Matt played in the last campaign. So
well, obviously, it's I have to say it because I don't know how we've kind of said about Ivan, because obviously with the feature he got,
yeah,
he is old as fuck but still young.
He's somewhere. We'll figure that out later. Don't worry. He's just fucking.
I
he's
sort of
fucking
have to
around
name
somewhere.
dropping just in case.
Yeah. So. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Carry on.
Yeah. So as you're doing this job, this work that you do day in, day out, kind of thing, there's a moment where Conry is bringing this axe down to chop this piece of wood in half, and he stretches and his back does this crack sound, and he's like, "Oh, that's better." And then he looks over.
Sounds like you're getting old.
Well, I am old. Not as old as some, but I'm old.
Tell you what, we'll out of this wood, we'll carve you a walking stick.
Oh, haha.
Hey, you're the one who called yourself old.
Yeah. Right. Bring me some more. And as you're doing this job, how is Valen feeling about it? Is probably the best way to word it.
Well, the thing is, with it being day in, day out, it becomes monotonous and stuff like that. You can tell he's kind of it's like his heart's in it, but his head's not.
Yeah.
As in, so he's obviously daydreaming while doing it because he's just on autopilot mode.
Yeah.
You know, his head's elsewhere.
That's fair. Well, a little bit of time goes by, maybe a bit of back and forth between you and your dad. And after, I'll say about 10 minutes of just, you know, bringing this wood, chopping this wood, moving the wood, etc., over and over again, you hear a voice, a small, very familiar voice, giggling in the distance, and footsteps, like, and then there's a second set of footsteps, like, get back here! And the younger voice is like, sorry! And it's your little sisters, and they run up, and Conry immediately, like, goes from hard work chopping wood mode to, like, big soft teddy bear mode, and the girls, like, they both run over and they're just, like, jumping around and they're like, we found something!
Please tell. As in, like, what is it? As in, like, is it anything good?
So I haven't even named the girls. So the younger sister, Isabel, blinks up at you with these wide eyes. She's so sweet. I actually love her, like, so much. And she blinks up at you with these wide eyes and she's like, I found a mirror and it's in the woods and it's really huge, like, massive. And she, like, puts her arms up to say, like, how big it is. And then Billy, the older sister, she's, like, got her arms folded. She's, like, the tough, she's, like, putting on the tough guy kind of vibe. And she's like, wasn't that big. It was just, like, a regular mirror, but it was weird because it was, like, in the middle of the forest.
Obviously, Ivan will probably, like, you know, crouch down.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, well, you ruffle their hair and it's just like, but yeah, as ruffling their hair, it's like, well, whatever it is, best to leave it alone for now. Before, you know, just in case it's anything dangerous, probably best, like, one of the adults should go check it out.
They kind of look at each other in, like, slight confusion and then look back at you and they're like, I'll say Isabel's like, well, we didn't think it was a mirror at first, because we didn't see ourselves in the mirror, but we saw you in the mirror.
Oh, as in,
yeah, I'll say Conry's ears perk up at this point, and he's like, what?
What was I doing?
You were just standing there looking really cool.
You saying I'm not now?
No, you're cool, but this Valen was really cool. I hate this voice. It's literally the widowy.
That was legitness.
That was legitness. I work with kids, so there's a little boy that I look after, and he speaks exactly like this, and I was like, that's the voice I'm using. Because he doesn't pronounce anything, so he's like, well, it was really cool, and we went this way. Like, that's how he speaks, and it's just the best.
How much dedicated wham.
Exactly. Oh my god. I need to get over this. I've got to do so many voices and I get cringy every time I do them. Sorry for everyone listening if you just cringed, or anyone listening. I don't know if anyone's... I mean, people
I don't care.
People have probably gone, fuck that.
Cringe.
But yeah, she's like, yeah, you had, like, this silver armor on and it was just really cool.
Okay.
Billy just nods, like, it was pretty cool, I guess.
So it seems like I might have to check this out then, because obviously looks down, he's just in his, like, work rags.
Yeah.
Clearly, it wasn't me now.
Maybe you've got a twin brother. And Billy's like, I think we'd know if Valen had a twin brother.
Also, I think Dad would know if I had a twin brother.
Connery just shrugs and he's like, I don't know how many of you there are right now, to be honest. But he walks over and like stands behind the girls and just like ruffles their hair like Valen did. And he's like, yeah, you check it out if you want to, but like just be careful because you don't know what's in the woods. It's like he's almost babying, like, oh, you're my little boy, like be careful kind of thing.
Of course I will. Just remember that I've got. Well, I think, did we agree it was about 28-ish?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just remember that I'm an adult now, so.
I don't know. I still feel like a big kid sometimes. Right, come on, girls, and he like picks them both up and like holds them up onto his like shoulders, like he's carrying them both, and it's just like clearly this guy fucking cuts wood. Do you know what I mean? This guy's so strong, he just picks these kids up like they're nothing.
But
and
basically, one of his arms is the size, is the width of one of the kids.
Literally, yeah. And he walks them. Oh god, I've grabbed a veil in there. He walks them into the mill, and you are free to do as you please.
In terms of, obviously, I'm not. In terms of weapons or equipment, what would be on hand? As in, like, obviously with the character sheet, I kind of went with a great axe in terms of his primary.
I mean, there is an axe probably laying around here.
Also, as well, I do have hand axes, which are thrown weapons anyway.
Yeah, I'd say there'd probably be like a pack nearby that maybe you just, you have your stuff in it.
Yeah, it was just more for the fact, as in like, oh, going to the woods might be dangerous. The whole Pokemon gimmick is in like, don't go into the tall grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Cool. So do you head into the woods then?
Yes, because obviously Valen knows this immediate area anyway, so he's not going to like be searching around stuff. It's just like, I'll just head straight there, check it out, see if it's safe, or what the hell it is.
Okay, so you would be coming in this way. There you go.
Why am I square?
I was gonna say.
Because I just dragged it straight from what you put in.
Oh, yeah, the token's circular. Right, hang on, let me delete that. Try again.
There you go.
There we go. It just Roll20 just wanted to be a bitch, I guess. Okay, so as you're walking, obviously the forest like surrounding Carrie's Grove is very familiar to Valen. Yeah. It's like a place of childhood games and like quiet, like thoughtful walks. But today, as you're walking into this woods, it feels slightly different. Like the air feels still, and the birds like are pretty silent. You can't hear them, and you can see like the clear path that your sisters took into the woods. So you can follow that if you want to.
Yeah, I'm just taking it, just a visual concept. It's basically like, when you go through tall grass and stuff like that, you can see where people have like stomped across it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That sort of area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Valen would make his way along there, as in like, clearly this way.
Yeah. So you're walking for a while. I'd say you probably get to about here. And through this like patch of trees here, you can see this like faint glint. Obviously you can see it on the map, but yeah. Valen sees this like faint glint through the trees.
I take it like the surrounding area is also quite dark, because obviously I'm going to assume that the trees are quite bunched together. Yeah,
very clustered, yeah.
So as in like, yeah, there's daylight, but also is like it's basically like it's a lamp sort of area in terms of light levels.
almost as though like the height of this mirror means that the sun is reflecting it in such a way that it's like actively casting light.
Okay, so I take it it would in a circle area.
Mm.
It would, so as in like would Valen be able to see like these paths here?
Yeah. It's not like stupidly dark because it's like the middle of the day on a spring day.
Oh no,
So,
I get that. I'm just on about in terms of like foot level is kind of like okay, I can tread through this.
yeah, you'd be able to cut through the trees to get straight in. You wouldn't have to go all the way around.
So yeah, he'll make his way over there, as in like obviously being vigilant of stuff about because obviously with it being so dense.
Yeah. So as you're, making your way through this dense forest area, you hear this like faint hum. Like the sound that it makes when this is gonna sound so odd. Like when you hear the crystal bowls when you like rub I don't know what they're called, but you rub the crystal around the bowl and it makes like the kind of noise.
Yeah, it's also I think you can get it like just by it resonating glass anyway.
Yeah, so that's basically like the sound of like something brushing against glass. And the trees, as you get closer to that circle of trees, it feels like very slightly warmer.
I don't need these gloves. Yeah, so obviously, as in like it's piqued his curiosity now. It's kind of like okay,
yeah,
something is coming from this mirror. It's not just like a dormant ruin.
Yeah.
It's clearly something. Well, it's basically something that's awoken. I would say.
Yeah, because it's something that wasn't here before.
Yeah.
So yeah. So because I imagine at this point he would have like gone into the circular area.
Yeah, as he'd probably go to here where he could see it.
Yeah, you would see it straight away. It's this like tall, like very tall mirror, taller than you are. And it's framed in these like silver vines with leaves, like ivy leaves dripping down the sides of it. And it leans against this old oak tree that it dwarfs this oak tree.
Is it slanted or is it upright?
It's upright, but it's like leaning slightly back as if it was like propped against the tree.
Okay.
But it looks untouched by time. It looks like it was brand new. Like there's no rust or dust or marks or anything on it. But obviously you're looking at the back of it, so I don't know if he walks around to the front.
Well, yeah, so yeah, he's gonna like obviously take a walk around, like kind of like inspect behind it, obviously, and then move to the front because it was just one of them. He's just like because obviously you say it's leaned up, as in like he wants to see if there's like anything at the back of it as well, just in case.
Yeah.
It's like I say like a portal of some sort, as in like is what he'd be thinking, as in like from like childish, from children's books. Well, I say children's books, like fantasy novels and stuff like that. It's like, is this like a portal in the middle of something, or is it just like a one-way thing in terms of like just one-sided?
Yeah. So as you're looking at the back of it, it just looks like the back of a normal mirror. Like you can see the clasps where the wood has been placed on the back to protect the glass. But as you move around to the front of it, you see in the reflection of this mirror exactly what the girls described. I have placed that token.
Yes, I can see it. Oh, there's two of me.
But yeah, it's how do I word it? It shows you, but not as you are, this reflection of you is wearing this like fine adventuring gear, this like silver armor almost, and a cloak clasped with like a carved emblem, and these boots that look like they're worn from travel, and this satchel over his shoulder that are full of maps and stories. And this Valen in the mirror, his eyes are bright and his smile is confident. And then as you're like inspecting the reflection, it lifts its hand and waves and smiles.
I would feel like as that would happen, Valen, who's obviously current Valen, would have probably like not touched it, but like, you know, reaching out to touch it. But obviously with the acknowledgement of the mirror Valen is obviously taking notice of him.
Yeah.
He'd probably taken back a little bit. It's like, that's weird.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he would have touched the surface of the mirror?
He was going to.
Okay.
But obviously, he's just taken back a little bit and just like, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So you can't hear this mirror like reflection of you, but you see it chuckle, and it has the exact same mannerisms as the way that you would laugh at something that you're like, oh god, here we go. Like it is like looking in a mirror. It is you. But this.
Does he look much older, or is he just?
I wouldn't say much older. Maybe slightly. I would say more worn by life than by age.
Okay.
Like this Valen in the mirror is like the version of you that did all the things that you wanted to do.
It's basically we were talking about earlier when Valen's mind was absent. This is what I'm getting the feel that this is what the daydream envisions.
Yeah.
I would say he'd have to touch it because it's kind of like, okay, I need to see if this thing is actually a physical object and not just a picture of the mind. Because with it being, you know, like a reflection of me in the future of some sort, it's kind of like,
yeah.
Is the sun playing a trick on me?
Okay, so as you touch the glass, it ripples like water, like if you were to dip your finger in still water.
Is it solid?
No. Your finger like almost passes through and leaves the ripple like around it.
He goes to move it, put his hands through. Is anything that happened to his arm?
No, it's almost as like when you put your hand in it. I would say it feels like when you dip your hand into like not lukewarm, but like you know when it's like a nice temperature water. It's like dipping your hand into like warm water, and it just like that tingly sensation that like goes up his arm as soon as he feels that warmth. It's not like physically pulling him in, and it's not like stopping him, but it feels somewhat comforting, like an invitation or something. You can make an insight or an arcana check. I don't know how good your insight and arcana are, but
fucking terrible. Well, I say that from what I can see in the rolls,
yeah, you're all level 1. I don't expect 20s, don't worry.
No. I'm saying is in like my arcana and my insight is literally smack bang in the middle of cheese. 0 and 1.
Yeah.
I would probably do an insight.
Cool.
I'm expecting horrible roll.
Don't worry, it's very low DC.
No, but here's the thing: is in like the lower it is, the better it will become later on. I think can only go up.
Yeah.
That one.
Okay.
Well, technically it's 2.
Yeah. I'll say you don't. You like I said, like I'll give you what I said before, pretty much, because you haven't really learned anything new from the active insight. But from, I assume your passive is above 10.
Yes.
Yeah. So from just your passive insight, you don't sense danger or trickery. Just like the closest thing is possibility. That's the closest word for it. Is like this feels like a step in the right direction, but you can't tell why that is. You can't like sense where that feeling is coming from.
Not gonna lie, as in like my passive insight is 11.
There you go.
my perception is 11. My investigation is 10.
That nice.
So
Pretty good for level 1.
I can tell you what Matt the player was just thinking anyway.
Go ahead.
But no, obviously this is how I'm going to play him anyway.
Yeah.
The impulse is there is just to see what happens if I step through.
Yeah.
I was going to say is in terms of I could flip a coin and see what would happen there, but I'm just going to go with gut feeling and just like, oh yeah, let's go through.
Sound. So as you step through, again, this warmth takes over, as if you're like sinking into a hot bath. It's not too hot. It's just that like comforting, almost like a hug, and the world around you like shifts, and there's no fear. Obviously, I can't tell you how to feel, but there's nothing here that would be scary. It's just like this strange lightness, as if like taking off a heavy backpack. And the forest around you fades, and the mirror vanishes as you... Oh god, hang on, what am I doing? There we go. As you step out into this insane place. It would be about here. This new woods is just luminous and full of life, and it's covered with these like mushroom trees. At first glance they look like these giant mushroom trees, but upon closer inspection you notice all of these tiny doors and tiny windows on each of the mushrooms, and peeking out from the windows you can see these tiny myconoids, which are basically little mushroom people. And they're just like...
eaten any myself. Freaking balls.
And they are like peeking out and like watching in awe, but if they spot you looking at them, they duck down.
Hello.
You don't get any like as soon as you say hello, every single myconoid like pops down. And as you like listen and like wait for a response, you do catch on the edge of hearing like 6 distinct voices not too far away, all kind of talking to each other and sounding really confused.
I'm gonna go there because they sound as confused as I am, or where the bloody hell I am.
Fair. So it's up in this direction, and as you go around this corner, you can see this building ahead of you. It's this giant circular stone building, almost like a coliseum, but it's decorated in like these beautiful like statues and runes and things. And I will move you to that map. As you get closer to this building and this like path winds up towards it, you reach the doorway, and it's like this giant stone archway, and sitting inside the doorway at this little makeshift desk is this very frazzled looking gnome with this like wild pink hair and these ink stained hands, and she's like frantically messing around with a broken biro that's just like leaking ink, and she's getting really annoyed with it. But
which way do I come in from?
Sorry, this way.
But which way is this way? I don't see ping.
Not working.
Top?
Bottom. So like the door at the bottom.
So, there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Pings aren't working.
I can see it now.
Oh, there we go.
Might be very small.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
But as soon as she sees you like come into frame, like in the doorway, her demeanor like shifts, and she sits up with this big smile, and she goes, "Oh, the final one! Amazing! Welcome! You should have a token, but..." And as she says the word token, in your pocket, you feel like something that wasn't there before.
When did this get here? As in, like, something I didn't pick up.
Yeah. Do you take it out?
Well, obviously, he's kind of like picks up. He's like, "What the fuck?" As in, like, he's looking at it. He's holding his hand. He's looking at it. He's like, "When did that get there?"
It's basically like a small circular wooden token that's been like intricately carved, and it has a number 7 on the front of it that's been like carved into it. And she doesn't even look at it. She just goes, "But you must be number 7, I think, and so that makes you Valen."
Depends on what number 7 makes me. As in,
you're just the 7th person here. We've been waiting. If you would like to... I'm not supposed to say, it's a surprise, but I promise it's not a bad surprise, if that helps. My name's Poppy, by the way, just so we're not complete strangers.
Okay, Poppy. He kind of walks up and does the whole ruffle thing. Is like, "I'm gonna have to believe you for now," as in, because obviously the height difference, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
It's basically quite, it could be considered like, I say, an insult.
Yeah.
But it's just something he's used to with his siblings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to believe you now because my way out disappeared.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We'll keep you for like 5 minutes tops, and then you can be on your way, or you can stick around and see what happens. Anyway, there's refreshments on that table. She points to the left, and she goes, "And there's so many sweets on that table, but the kobold and the one with the blue and the red hair have been going at the sweets, so if it needs a refill, just let me know. I'll be on it. I'll wash my hands first so they're not covered in ink. I hate this pen." But yeah, help yourself, sit wherever you like.
Why don't you get a new pen?
I do need to get a new pen. I've just been waiting all day for people to show up, and now you're here, so I can finally stop writing stuff down. But yeah, feel free, come in, sit down, make yourself comfortable. Tea, coffee, hot chocolate, anything you want.
Protein?
Protein? I can certainly get you something. Anything in mind?
I've been at work all day, you see.
Okay, I'll get you a menu. How's that sound?
Definitely, get fed here.
Yeah, of course. We take care of you. But yeah, take a seat. I'll come over and I will bring you a menu and get you something to eat. Just let me go wash my hands. And she like finally stands up from this desk and like stretches and like she's been sitting down for ages. And then she toddles off like out of one of the side doors into another room. And you are able to sit down in either of the last 2 seats. That's up to you.
I'm going to think that probably it seems like as a good picture for the viewers later on. I'm going to assume the head of that might be the head of a table better. So
okay, cool.
It might make it easier.
Yeah, cool. So as you sit down at this table, around you can see, I'll go in order, you see this blue-skinned furbolg person with this like mess of brown curly hair. Beside them is a human man with split-dyed, half blue and half red hair, and sitting on his shoulders are 2 pixies. Next to him is a frazzled and quite confused looking human with this mess of orange hair that's been tied up into a bun. Next to them is somebody who looks equally as confused, sort of this male elf with this long dark like raven hair, and he has a bird sitting on his shoulder. Next to him there is a cheese-coloured kobold with a tiny green ooze sitting on his shoulder. And last but not least, there is a woman wearing these Asmarian type clothes and jewels, with this leopard headpiece on, and they're all sort of like tapping, and they all like maybe give you like a little wave and a smile and a nod, but you are all in the same boat, and just sort of like, what is going on here? And with that,
I would say as well, but as what is going on here, Valen's like trying to like gauge each one.
Yeah.
He's like, okay. Obviously, split die is kind of like undecisive. This is just his first opinions. Undecisive is like, obviously, he doesn't find that a bad trait because him himself is, I'd say, chaotic. And when he's undecisive, he probably just assumed what he did was impulse. Sod it. Can I ask as well, the human one? Is that what? Have we gone with the same thing of what was spoke about in the channel?
I don't know what that is. I'll ask me after. And I'll.
No, I'm just saying, is it in the Valen and Water Lily idea?
Oh yes, the Furbolg. You do recognise the Furbolg.
Oh, is that this one here?
That is that one.
Yeah. Okay.
You do recognise them.
Recognise but confused look, as in like,
yes,
I've seen you before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that is a good place, because when session 1 will be that moment, you walking in as the last one, and we will pick up directly from here, and sort of go from there.